Hello everybody, Bong here, reporting in from EA Play in sunny California. Whilst over here, we were very lucky to get some hands-on with Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm here to tell you all about a brand spanking new hero, a lovely little heroine you may all know, REY. Before we can delve into her specific abilities, I just want to touch on a few of her basic movements and mechanics. For those of you familiar with Battlefront 1, you would probably instinctively hold right click to deflect blaster shots with your lightsaber. REY can do this, but it seems that not everybody with a lightsaber can do this, so I thought it was worth mentioning. I do think in Battlefront 2 heroes are a little bit less durable in the short term compared to Battlefront 1 heroes. However, once you are out of combat for a certain amount of time, your health will begin to regenerate, and a good player can have a long-lasting impact throughout the game if they are skilled enough to stay alive and make guerrilla war-styled attacks when trying to dispatch the enemy. Vulnerable may she be, REY can also be quite nimble at times. Her basic jump can help her escape when under heavy fire or close the distance on fleeing enemies. She also seems to have some kind of micro-dodge or dash, which I believe deals damage if you crash into someone with it. Obtaining a hero isn't as simple as picking up a random token on the map like it was in Battlefront 1. It requires a little bit more skill than that. You'll have to earn 5,000 battle points before being able to purchase REY when you respawn. And this only lasts for one life, so you better be careful with her. Battle points are awarded for supporting your team, killing enemies and playing the objectives. So generally, the higher up the scoreboard you are, the faster you're going to become a hero. So REY's basic kit is already pretty cool, but let's talk about her abilities. First up is Dash Strike. Visually, this attack reminds me of a riposte a fencer with a sword might use. REY lifts up her sword and charges forward, piercing through anybody unfortunate enough to be in front of her. This move can leave you a little bit vulnerable at times, but as I've said before, I think REY is best played with hit and run style tactics. So, if you manage to flank a corridor full of enemies, this charge could rack up a significant amount of kills. Mind Trick is REY's second ability and one that gives her some survivability, or at least a chance to immobilise a group of enemies for a few seconds, giving you a brief reprieve from the incoming damage, whilst you dispatch the droid menace. The description of the move states that it dazes and confuses enemies, but from speaking to a few people who I'd used the move on at the event, they said their controls got scrambled or something to that effect. So rather than this move being a stun, any skilled enemies who are incredibly quick to adapt could still be a mild threat. I found it to be very useful when turning a corner and running headlong into a boatload of droids. Popping Mind Trick and then carving them up like a Christmas ham with my lightsaber whilst I wrestle with their newly scrambled controls was a lot of fun. Insight is the final and probably my favourite of REY's moves. It is, for all intensive purposes, a wall hack, one that comes very handy when wanting to find unsuspecting enemies to flank, or, if used defensively, it could very easily assist you in evading the main bulk of the enemy force until your HP is regenerated. Some of the best and perhaps cheesiest uses I found was waiting on corners, hopping inside and then leaping out like a ninja freak and instantly dropping 2 or 3 enemies before retreating back into the corridors. So that's it for REY's abilities, but there is one more piece to the deadly puzzle: star cards. Star cards have been revamped for Battlefront 2, and in this pre-alpha build we got a little sample of 4 star cards for REY. I can only assume there are going to be more. It seems that star cards have 4 tiers: white, green, blue and purple, which I'm guessing are common, uncommon, rare and epic rarities. For REY, these star cards affect her abilities and moves in various ways. Scavenger, for instance, makes REY more defensible by making her stamina last longer whilst deflecting blaster shots with her lightsaber. Whereas Strong Mind and Deep Mind alter the Mind Trick move, one increasing the area of effect and another increasing the duration. This adds a deeper dynamic to heroes. You might come across someone playing REY that has an epic scavenger card and can sit in front of your troops for days, deflecting hundreds of blaster shots. Alternatively, they might focus on powering up one specific move, say Mind Trick. They might stack Deep and Strong Mind cards into the 2 star card slots, making them very powerful in that one specific aspect. I'm quite intrigued as to what the other star cards will be and how many we will get, and also how much we will be able to customise the heroes to make them our own. I've had a little taste and I think it's a pretty good system so far, so roll on the star cards. This is pretty much all I've got for you today. Just to round off my thoughts, I think REY is a pretty fun hero to play. She can be vulnerable at times, but if played well, you can really aid your team and rack up some crazy kill streaks. I also really like how there does seem to be a skill gap here. If someone runs in haphazardly with REY, they're probably going to end up only having played her for 20 or 30 seconds. But a skilled player who utilises her moves properly could really make good use of her power and help push their team to victory. If you did enjoy this video, please smash the like button, and if you want more Battlefront content in the near future, then please do hit subscribe. Cheers guys, and until the next one, good noon!